Hey guys, so today we're going to work on getting this shed dressed up for America's 250th birthday, July 4th, which is in a couple of days. But before I go ahead and do that, I want to give you a little bit of backstory of how we even got this shed in here. So we moved in December of 2019, and this entire space down in the lower yard was completely blank space. It was just all grass. Now the problem is, because our house sits further up on a hill and everything is sloped downwards, as the rain would run down, everything down here was always completely saturated. So I would say about a good third to maybe half of our yard was completely unusable, because every time you walk down here, you literally would just sink into the grass. You could actually physically hear the water running through. So we needed kind of a solution in terms of how to make this space a little bit more usable, because neither my husband nor I are big on just having places in your house that are never used or never touched or just for looking purposes. So what we ended up doing was we ended up putting a shed down here, and I will insert pictures. You will see how wet it was, that the truck that was actually delivering the shed into the space actually sunk down really deep into the grass and the ground. So we ended up having to do something fairly quickly. So we ended up putting all this gravel down to make it a space where you could actually walk around and use it. So the shed was delivered in the fall of 2020. Now for the first year to year and a half, it basically just became a storage dumping ground, which is great because it's rather large, but it's also, you know, the more stuff you give space in order for you to have storage, the more junk you can accumulate. And that's literally what we were doing. At the same time, my husband also likes he loves football, is by far and away his favorite sport. Giants are his favorite team. He will never miss watching a Giants game. So that's one of his big things. He also likes to relax and smoke a cigar while doing so, and also sit down and hang out with his father. So he wanted to create a space that he could go ahead and do that and not have to go out somewhere to enjoy his time. So we actually ended up converting this shed into a place where he can come down here, enjoy his cigar. He's close enough to the house so he's still home. It's right off of our fire pit, so it's also come in really handy some nights when we have a lot of people over and the kids are running around and they want something else to do. They can just pop in here, and oftentimes they're just watching a movie and they're right here next to us, so we leave the door open, we can still see each other. It's just become a great additional living space to our home that we make great use out of. she is. Now there were a few things that I didn't use. Some of these flags, the caladiums. Now the caladiums I could have put into the hanging baskets. Caladiums really like water, and I don't get to water down here as often. So I thought that that would be a bad choice to put them in here. Now I could put an Oya pots that I did a video on into these 2 containers on the ground. You don't want to put Oya pots into hanging containers because of the added weight that it adds into the hanging pot. It just probably isn't a good idea. And then I did have some leftover impatiens and argyratum that I'm probably going to figure out where else to put. Now these are actually houseplants that I have. This is a fern cactus. It's probably one of my most favorite houseplants that I have. I overwinter it inside. But I really love the way that it looks, and it grows all wild. This is a very old split leaf philodendron that I have in these very, very large crate and barrel planters that I got about 4 years ago at this point. If I ever need to repot this thing, I don't think I'd be able to. I think it's probably been in this pot for about 4 years. I don't think it's coming out. We have our wreath, which I think is so ugly that it's actually cute. I'm not 100% sure if I love it or if I hate it, but it actually looks pretty good from a distance. Up close it's a little bit weird. My son agreed with me, but I think from a distance it looks really good. And I love the fact that it's right next to our Navy poster. My father-in-law is a Navy veteran, and so we have that hanging up. I think the 2 of them next to each other really go well together. I put the other planter up here, a little doormat, some more pillows, and then we have another hanging basket over here. This one has also houseplants in it. This one has a large queen of the night in here, also doing quite well. And then I just kind of tucked my son's baseball stuff over into the corner by our firewood pile. All right guys, so let me know what you guys are doing in preparation for the 4th of July. It is supposed to be a hot one here next week. It's supposed to be well into the 100 degrees. I think there's one day that I saw is actually getting up to 105. So we're starting to get to the point of the year where I really don't love gardening that much, so it's going to be a lot of these types of projects. I hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll see you in the garden.